It's time to start the opening ceremony. So let me introduce myself. My name is Youngjun Choi. I'm a professor of KyungHee University and the vice chair of Korea-Myanmar Research Association. I'm very happy to see you on the Zoom. So even though we have a difficulty under the COVID-19, but it is a very happy to see you, even though under the through the internet. Okay, so I would like to start our opening ceremony. So let me start our opening ceremony by inviting the welcoming address by the chair of KOMYRA, Dr. Shinwon. I'd like to invite him. Please give him a big hand.
안녕하세요. 민글라바, 리업스워, 민글라바. Good morning, good afternoon, and dear Rector, Professor, presenter, and participant. We are very pleased to host the 16th ICDEC International Joint Conference. First of all, KOMYRA would like to thank the Rector and Professor for their much help and active cooperation in hosting the conference. Rector Tin Htwe, Yangon University of Economics, Rector Kang, Matilda University of Economics, Rector Moe Moe Yee, Co-operative University Sagaing in Myanmar, and President Aung, National Institute of Business in Cambodia, and Professor Ho, San Jose University, San Jose State University in the United States, and Professor Santosh Kumar Ranjan, Jawaharlal Nehru University in India. Thanks to your effort, the conference is being held successfully. Also, I would like to express my special thanks to Kwangchul, the representative of Korea government, and all the members of KyungHee University Myanmar Research Lab, and all KOMYRA members for their cooperation in hosting this wonderful conference. We would also thank everyone who attended the conference and cooperated with us to hold this conference. With the effort of many people, the 16th ICDEC conference has become a productive and fruitful event. The 16th conference will be held under the theme Seeking Mutual Cooperation on Increasing Global Uncertainty. This conference will highlight the need of cooperation among Asia region in the context of global uncertainty and provide a platform for exploring new mutual cooperation and opportunity. 9 years has passed since the first joint conference in the 2013 was held. In the meantime, 15 joint international conference has been held offline in Myanmar and Korea. We have always held offline conference, but last year and this year we are holding conference online amid the global pandemic and uncertainty. As we conduct conference online, we face many challenges and difficulties. While there are advantages to being online, the downside is that you cannot enjoy many of the advantages of offline conference. However, due to the current global pandemic, many international events are being canceled or postponed. However, we are very happy that so many scholars have gathered to hold on online events. In addition, we are very happy that many scholars from the Myanmar, India, Cambodia can participate to share their research and have time to share their opinions. In this conference, the discussion on various topics related to the mutual cooperation among Asian region will be held. This conference is expected to play an important role in mutual cooperation between regions by promoting mutual understanding in various areas of the Asian region, identifying key issues necessary for mutual cooperation, and activating the related research exchanges. Through the conference, we hope that we can identify mutual interest and issue and develop ideas to solve problems. We also hope that this conference will serve as a venue to extend the mutual exchange and cooperation among scholars from different countries. Thanks again to everyone who attend. We are also grateful to all the presenters who made the excellent presentation. We are very happy to meet all of you, even though we are online. We are looking forward to seeing all of you offline next time. 감사합니다. 제주팀 바대 어꾼찌란 thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much. Actually, this conference is made possible by the support of the several universities as well as the Korean government. Actually, we are under the COVID-19, so without the support of you, then we can not make this conference. So this time, I'd like to invite the Kwangchul, as a representative of Korea government. He's a senior director of Development Finance Bureau, the Ministry of Economy and Finance of Korean government. I'd like to invite him. Please give him a big hand.
Thank you, Dr. Choi. Good morning and good afternoon. On behalf of the Ministry of Economy and Finance of the Republic of Korea, I am very much pleased to congratulate you on the ICDEC International Joint Conference as a long-term collaborator of KOMYRA. I'm also honored to be invited to this wonderful event today. KOMYRA, Yangon University of Economics in Myanmar, National KyungHee Myanmar Regional Center, National Institute of Business in Cambodia, Jawaharlal Nehru University, I'm not sure I can pronounce correctly, in India, San Jose State University in USA, Co-operative University, Sagaing in Myanmar, and Meiktila University of Economics in Myanmar, and other guests are jointly participating in today's event. Again, congratulations every one of you on hosting the ICDEC co-host. And I wish you a successful conference today. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank President Shinwon Kang, President Tin Htwe, President Moe Moe Yee, President Aung, President and Professor Taeho Park. As a collaborator with the developing countries, especially Asian countries, I know the importance and significance of the ICDEC event. It is a private academic exchange platform, unique, very unique compared to other cases. We are also well aware that this cooperation is a great foundation for the mutual development of Korea, Myanmar, Cambodia, India, and other Asian regions. The Korean government is also actively promoting the new Southern policy, recognizing the importance of the Asian region and the need for cooperation. The new heating policy strengthens relations with the new Southern countries, such as Asian countries and India, in a wide range of fields such as politics, economy, society, and culture, to a level similar to that of the four neighboring powers, USA, China, Japan, and Russia, going beyond the Korean Peninsula to East Asia. This is a core foreign policy of the Moon Jae-in government to realize common prosperity and peace around the world. The new heating policy has the core concepts of people, peace, and prosperity community. That is 3 Ps. From Korea's point of view, the population of the new southern region reaches 2 billion, including 1.37 billion in India and 640 million in Asian countries. The average age is 30 years old. People in this region is younger and more promising than any other area in the world. It is a huge market with a gross domestic product of US dollars 3.17 trillion and in Asian and $2.875 trillion in India. When we think of the fourth industrial revolution, including 5G mobile communication, information technology, and smart city, it is a promising and important market for building a global open innovation base to respond to these challenges. Asian countries have great potential for development and great potential for trade and mutual cooperation with Korea. In addition, the Asian region expects that Korea's capital and development experience can play an important role in the economic and social development in this region. Therefore, strong cooperation between these countries and Korea will be important in that they can promote mutual development by expanding mutually beneficial relations, by sharing and complementing each other's needs rather than competition. The Ministry of Economy and Finance of the Republic of Korea is promoting KSP, which is Knowledge Sharing Program, to strengthen cooperation with developing countries. The Ministry of Economy and Finance launched the Economic Development Experience Sharing Project, the KSP, in 2004 to meet the demand for cooperation for Korea's experience and knowledge and to contribute to the common prosperity of the international community. Korea, which has been cooperating with more than 70 countries around the world through KSP, since its inception, is now establishing itself as a country representing knowledge sharing. We are trying to lead the development cooperation. Knowledge is recognized as a major driver of innovation and growth, and its importance is being emphasized from the information and communication technology revolution in the late 20th century to the fourth industrial revolution. In the field of development cooperation, knowledge is also recognized as a key means of overcoming the limitations of aid centered on material support and strengthening development effectiveness by establishing partnership, enhancing ownership, and developing capacity. Sharing knowledge builds close partnerships by mutually learning development experiences among countries and promotes quality of life and common prosperity as a means of implementing international development initiatives, including the Sustainable Development Goals. Through this KSP, we are strengthening cooperation between Korea and Asia and pursuing mutual development. and these efforts must be continued and will continue to expand. It is not easy to strengthen cooperation between Korea and Asia through the government's efforts alone. Therefore, the efforts and cooperation by the private entities are being much more and more emphasized. As such, it is very meaningful to provide a forum for scholars from Korea, Myanmar, Cambodia, and India together to share their research achievements and exchange development ideas. The Ministry of Economy and Finance of the Republic of Korea also recognizes the importance of private sector exchanges and will not spare any support to this initiative. I hope that such substantive Asian cooperation will continue to develop in the future. Once again, congratulations on the 16th ICDEC International event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, as he suggested, as he explained that the efforts and the collaboration among the private entities such as the university and the other private organization are very important in the mutual collaboration or mutual cooperation among the countries. So I think we are the good example for the effort and the collaboration among the private institute toward the mutual cooperation. Actually, I'd like to the congratulatory remark from the joining the organization, joining universities. Firstly, I'd like to invite Dr. Tin Htwe, who is a rector of the MEUE. So we invite her.
Honorable Chair of Korea-Myanmar Research Association, KOMYRA, rectors and faculty members of MEUE and KyungHee University, researchers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I first of all wish you Meiktila. I'm Dr. Tin Htwe, Rector of Yangon University of Economics. It is a pleasure to extend my warmest congratulations on this important occasion, the 16th International Conference on Development and Regional Cooperation. As all of you know, this conference is held under the theme of seeking mutual cooperation on increasing global uncertainty. It mainly focuses on the need for mutual cooperation in the regional in order to support economic and social development under the global crisis. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very much certain that this conference is great support to produce the good shape and the way how to cope the difficulties and challenges of countries in post-COVID epidemic. In conclusion, I'd like to express my profound thanks to the chairman and members of KOMYRA and KyungHee University. Without their dedication and efforts, this conference would not be a success. I'd like to show my deep appreciation to those who are participating in 16th International Conference. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of His Excellency Tập Uyển, President of National Institute of Business in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, my name is Ivhuot, a Vice President of NIB. Today, I have a great honor to address a speech for the 16th ICDEC and the theme of seeking mutual cooperation on increasing global uncertainty. This international conference is the opportunity for researchers from various countries present the latest research results and brings about further mutual understanding, more regional development of our relations and regional development despite in times of global crisis. Before we start, it is noteworthy It is able that NIB works under the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training. At present, NIB is accredited by Accreditation Committee of Cambodia (ACC), the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, the International Standard Organization ISO 9001-2015, and also the Quality Assurance Committee of the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training. NIB has been fulfilling its role and responsibility actively in providing business, education and training in a number of specializations, including accounting and finance, banking and finance, business administration, sales and marketing, international relations, international business administration, information technology, English language, and so on, for technical and vocational degree, associate degree, bachelor degree, master degree, and PhD degree, application in progress. As I still remember, last year, the 15th ICDEC International Conference, which is hosted in Korea and held online due to the world epidemic outbreak, COVID-19, under the theme Searching for Ways to Collaborate Under the Pandemic. There were plenty of interesting presentations from research findings and solutions to the challenges concerning business, educational, and social issues in various countries. To begin with, I would like to convey my warm greeting to KOMYRA Chairman, Professor Shinwon Kang, and the President of KyungHee University and other committee members of hosting such a meaningful and productive conference. I appreciate the opportunity to exchange views with many researchers and scholars from Korea and ASEAN countries. Chairs of the conference committee, ladies and gentlemen, at the start of the third decade of the 21st century, our world faces uncertainty, crisis greater even than the height of the Cold War. When it comes to security, it is no longer limited to military dimension, but covers natural, political, economic, cultural, social, technological, ideological, and other aspects. Transnational crimes, climate change, infectious diseases have emerged to be new global security concerns. The crises of countries are never interconnected as today. Typically, we are confronted with a crisis like no other. COVID-19 has disrupted our social and economic order at lightning speed and on a scale that we have not seen in living memory. The virus is causing tragic loss of life, and the lockdown needed to fight it has affected billions of people. Going to school, going to work, being with family and friends is now a huge risk. To counter common challenges requires all countries to step up mutually beneficial cooperations. Economic globalization has brought countries closer with greater interdependence. In the meantime, global issues such as the financial crisis, energy security, food security, and climate change need collective response from all countries. As more countries are all developing countries, we are all at the crucial juncture in economic restructuring and social development and face the common task of development. Against this backdrop, for our countries to increase exchanges, learn from each other's experiences, and strengthen mutually beneficial cooperation and coordination. It would enable the researchers and academics to share opportunity, achieve common development, and bring benefit to the people. Interstate cooperation is vital to tackle today and future challenges, and that typical COVID-19 has made international cooperation more urgent. Finally, I would like to conclude my speech by saying no a single country, no matter how powerful it is, can address global issues alone. We need dialogues and international cooperation to solve them, whether they are climate change, natural disaster, poverty, and inequality. And also, I wish the conference a big success. Thank you very much.
This time I'd like to go back to the Myanmar. Let me invite Dr. Tin Htwe, who is the rector of the Meiktila University of Economics.
Minglava Professor Dr. Shinwon, Chair of KOMYRA, Professor Dr. Tin Htwe, Chair of Myanmar-led KyungHee University, Professor Dr. Tin Htwe, writer from MEUE, Professor Aung, President of NIB, Professor Dr. Moe Moe Yee, writer from the CUS, Mr. Tin Htwe from Ministry of Strategy and Finance, Korea, Professor, researchers, and ladies and gentlemen. May I wish all of you, Minglava, very good morning. Annyeonghaseyo. On behalf of the Meiktila University of Economics, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude and welcome you to the 16th International Conference on Development and Regional Cooperation, ICDEC. I expect that the conference would be able to achieve its objective in providing an effective forum for academicians, researchers, and practitioners to advancing knowledge, research, and technology for development and regional cooperation. Under the themes of the conference, seeking mutual cooperation on increasing uncertainty, the conference featured a rich program, including many sessions by various researchers from the region. They indicate that mutual cooperation is very significant for development because this conference is mutual cooperation. I hope this cooperation between our universities and organizations will develop more and more in future. Therefore, the focus drive of the conference is to exchange ideas, and by participating in this exchange, I hope that all parties who may benefit from the conference can apply it in managing in their areas. I am happy to note that the agenda of this conference covers a wide range of interesting topics related to all the theoretical and practical aspects. Thus, my deepest gratitude go to the conference organizing committee, especially Professor Dr. Shinwon, Chair of KOMYRA, Professor Dr. Tin Htwe, Chair of Myanmar-led KyungHee University, researchers, professors, and all individuals who have directly and indirectly supported to the success of this conference. We look forward to having a successful conference, and we hope that all the attendees enjoy and benefit from this conference. I wish you a productive conference with exciting and encouraging discussion and exchange of knowledge, so that together we can anticipate a future of groundbreaking knowledge, research and technology for development and regional cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Lastly, I'd like to invite Dr. Moe Moe Yee, who is the rector of the Cooperative University of Sagaing.
Good afternoon, Excellency and ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Mumbo Yi, Rector of the University of Myanmar. I am very glad to speak as a member of the organizing committee in the 16th ICDEC conference. I would like to thank to Professor Dr. Shinwon, Chairman of the KOMYRA, and Mr. Kang for giving the opportunities to our university to participate as a separate session in the 16th ICDEC conference. From this conference, we got a good opportunity and great knowledge. Moreover, we have got unusual cooperations between Myanmar and Korea and also other Asian countries. Moreover, our professors can have the great opportunity for presenting research in this conference. 6 research papers presented in the CUS sessions. The research are related such as management, economics, tourism, microfinance, risk management. This research describes the issues and research of the related fields. Also, our professors can learn the latest research on global issues from this conference. This conference offers an excellent opportunity to get the new ideas for future research and development and also good mutual cooperation. In my conclusion, I would like to say that today is a great day of our university because we have got the opportunity for attending this conference. We have signed the MOU between Cooperative University, Sagaing and KOMYRA for the cooperation of the education and research development.
Thank you very much. Actually, the last February in last year, so we had a big conference in Yangon, who gathered more than the 50 the professors from Korea and the other the professors from Yangon. But at the time, we did expected the COVID-19 would be disappear in a month or some in the near future for a while. But at the time, it took more than 2 years to have some COVID-19. But even though COVID-19 is a big barriers for us to get together, but I think the COVID-19 compounded our friendship. So even though we face some big problems and the COVID-19, but we can continue to have this conference and some collaboration. So as soon as the COVID-19 is disappeared, then we can get more and the better the collaboration and have better the conference. So even though this time we can only meet through the internet, but next time I hope we can get together in some the good places like Yangon or other the places in Cambodia. Some places we can expect the huge the conference that the many researchers and professors from the Yangon, the Myanmar, the Cambodia and India, and as well as the Korea can get together and have a big good time in the next future, in the near future. So I'd like to wrap up the opening ceremony.